My 3-year-old is very, very intense, to say the least. She really is very forceful and really rules the house.
How'd she get so powerful at 3?
Oh, my God. Because she just can scream and yell till she gets whatever she wants.
Sounds like someone else we know.
Yeah, and pushes and pushes and whines until she gets what she wants. And she does it. She has the force of 20 people. She's the strongest person I know. Yeah. And so we got her. She saw a doll on TV. She wanted it. The doll poops and pees after you feed it, and you got to put batteries in it.
Ew.
Evidently, it's very much in demand. So my wife says to me, "Do be useful." And you're not going to believe this. There's a screw-on back to the doll.
Yeah.
You got to go downstairs and get a goddamn screwdriver.
Where
you put the battery? There's a screwdriver. Why don't they just make a latch? You know what I mean?
Yeah, one of those little things you push.
Of course, because the doll wears a dress, and the kids, so what? So let them open it up. Who cares? So I go get a screwdriver. I open the thing up. I put the batteries in, and I'm putting this thing together, and I got the baby naked, the doll. It's got a huge hole where the private parts are supposed to be, but it looks like a sewer drain. And I'm going, oh my God, what does this doll do? Because I'm squeezing it and stuff, waiting for it to say something. Figure maybe it's an abuse doll. I'm shaking it, waiting for his head to fall off. I don't know. I'm squeezing it for it to say words because I figure the batteries make it say mommy or something. When you feed it, it'll poop into its diaper.
Wet stuff.
Wet stuff and poop, but you got to have a battery for this function because the mouth will move while it eats.
Oh.
So I put the batteries in, and I'm going, who the hell in their right mind would sell a doll? I mean, my kid's going to be pooping all over our new carpets, and the doll, and the mess, and you got to feed it, and the food has to be put with water. Stupid idea. I start yelling at my wife, why are you buying this crap? And to boot, the kid sees the mouth isn't moving. The batteries aren't working. My wife starts screaming at me that I put the batteries in wrong. I go back downstairs. I get a screwdriver. I unscrew the damn back. I put a new set of batteries in. I know how to put in batteries, positive, negative. I follow the instructions. Things still don't work.
So it's a broken doll?
It's a broken doll. And the kid is screaming because she doesn't want it returned.
Oh, no.
And I go, no, it's not going to be returned. We're going to take it to the man to get it fixed. No, it's not broken. Ah! It's like, oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
And so then my wife had to go out like 8 o'clock last night or something to get the doll fixed.
Jeez.
Oh, my God. And I'm like, who sells this crap? Give a parent a break.
All it is more trouble for you.
Yeah, the older kids are easy. They like clothes and wallets and pocketbooks and all that crap. DKNY they're really into. Donna Karen, the Yenta.
Well, Hanukkah is a joyous time of the year.
Yeah, then my oldest daughter goes, a whole bunch of my friends and I decided we're all going to exchange Hanukkah gifts. So she has like 50 friends. Oh. She goes, so I'm going to buy some Hanukkah gifts for all my friends. I go, wait a second, that means I'm going to buy Hanukkah gifts for all your friends.
You don't have a job.
Yeah, where did you get a job? I said, I'm not getting into this. From what I understand, Hanukkah, from what your mother tells me, Hanukkah is when the parent buys the child a gift each night to celebrate the oil burning. Goddamn oil. Wish the lights got. So what if the lights are gone? So the Jews would have sat in the dark. Who cares? It's a big deal. What a miracle.
They weren't hiding anywhere.
They were hiding. I'm telling you, that's not right. The Jews are always hiding.
They were trying to relight the eternal flame in the temple.
Yeah. Here, this guy Bill. He says my wife's always at his store.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Bill. You're on the air.
Yeah, how you doing, Howard?
Hey. Now my wife's always at your store?
Yeah. Well, she's at my wife's store. She's just being a real bitch.
My wife's a bitch?
Well, no, she was acting like a real bitch.
What did she do?
Well, she didn't get her own way, my wife was saying. And the first thing she does is throw around your name. Hey, I'm Mrs. Howard Stern.
She does really?
Yeah.
What was she there for?
I don't want if I give it away.
Well, she was there to buy something?
Yeah, but I don't want to give away the store because if I do.
No, don't say the store, but what kind of stuff was she buying? Kids stuff?
I want to think, because then it'll give away with store, because she does come there quite often.
Right.
Just another example. The only reason I'm giving a call is because.
Yeah, I don't know how my wife behaves when I'm not around.
No, let me tell you what happened.
My wife can be a real bitch.
One of the girls works.
Which is why I like her, because like in real life I don't like to cause any problems.
Yeah.
But my wife will let you have it if you screw up.
No, but she has to throw your name around though.
Oh, she does.
Yeah.
She tells me she doesn't do that.
What does she say? What does she do?
No, I don't want to get into the name of the store, but what happened? She didn't get her own way, and she starts bitching and everything else. Hey, Mrs. Howard Stern. We didn't know who she was to begin with.
Everyone knew already.
Well, I watched the show, but wife didn't really. She doesn't really watch the show at all.
Right.
She didn't know who she was.
What? Excuse me.
Your wife did not know who she was.
No, she did not. But then all of a sudden she starts throwing in because she knows I watch it, listen to your show, I watch your show all the time.
Right. So my wife comes in, and she wasn't getting her way.
Oh, she started throwing your name around. You know, just like, you know, just going back, for example, remember back about 10 years ago, your wife was on that plane?
Yeah.
And the pilot was ready to throw off the plane?
She was?
Where did this happen?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, this is going back about 10 years ago.
I don't even remember. I mean, it's not
the airline was Eastern Airlines, and the guy was smoking next to her.
Oh, right, and she started causing a fuss?
Yeah.
Right, and they were getting annoyed with her?
That girl, the girl's father, well, the girl used to work for me, but that was her father was the pilot, was going to throw her off.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I was going to call up that time, but at that time you were
And what was my wife doing in the store?
No, she just started mentioning a lot. You know, I just remember that instance going back to Eastern Airlines. You never mentioned the airline.
But what about my wife in the store? What did she do? I want to know what she did.
No, she just started yelling, you know, not yelling, but, you know, just bitching, you know, Mrs. Howard Stern, more like, you know, because we treat every customer the same way.
What is it, Gary?
Well, you know, we don't give anybody preference as far as, like, hey, look, you know, if you're here first, then we take care of you.
What is it? This guy's a bore.
You know, I try to keep this...
I'm ready to yell at this guy myself, quite frankly.
But, you know, I never like to go off of rumors and stuff, but I had heard this a while ago from somebody that I know worked directly. I guess it was a doctor's office that Alison used to go into.
Yeah.
And I knew the woman that worked there, you know, pretty well.
Yeah.
So I sort of trust her word. And she had told me that you know, and I get along great with Alison. She said that your wife was like one of the biggest pains in the neck, and that she would often call to speak to the doctor.
Right.
And she would say things like, well, the doctor's in with a patient now. She's like, no, I need to speak to him now. And, well, the doctor's in with a patient. She goes, this is Mrs. Stern. And the woman would say, well, I know who this is. She's like, no, this is Mrs. Howard Stern.
Ooh, really?
Geez.
And did the doctor get on the phone?
No, but you know, Alison would
would
get annoyed with it.
She shouldn't do that. I don't like that.
I've heard these stories too.
Oh, have you really?
Oh, yeah.
What did you hear?
I once heard that somebody was trying to do her a favor.
Mm-hmm.
And they did her do thing. It was really something that shouldn't be done, but they were going to do it for you guys because you needed it.
Yeah.
And so they're going to break the rules for you.
Yeah.
But they wanted to be very quiet about it.
Yeah.
And Alison barged into the place and starts screaming for this woman.
Yeah.
You know, there's a huge line of people waiting to be served.
Yeah.
And Alison just walked in and started screaming for this woman, saying she's supposed to take care of me personally, and this was not a place where, you know, people were supposed to get this kind of personal service.
All right, I'll smack her around.
Almost got the woman in trouble.
Yeah, I got to teach her how to behave. I'm always how to behave, and she says I shouldn't tell her how to behave, but she needs me to tell her how to behave.
So there are stories like that floating around. They've been floating around for some time.
Really? Yeah, my wife can be real forceful.
Well, I've been in the business a long time.
Well, it's one thing to be forceful when there's a problem, but it's another thing to try to throw your weight around for no good reason.
You better not talk too loud either.
Well, they'll be calling about me.
All right.
Me, right, sure.
My wife can be very, very tough. Trust me, I know. She lets me have it pretty good. Hey, so why not you, sir? Yeah, goodbye.
Getting a little bit of what he gets at home.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I try to make her aware that, you know, you can't throw my name around and stuff, but I don't know. I'm the only guy that doesn't throw my name around because I basically stay in my house.
Yeah, where are you going to throw it?
Yeah.
Crackhead Bob's laughing.
Crackhead Bob. Yeah. Hey, man, I got a whole situation, Bob. At least you live alone.
It's okay.
You know, you get to take a walk, and you got a nice life. Maybe you don't get laid, but big deal. It's not such a bad life. Get your ding-dings.
Ding-dings.
Have your cart.
I bet you've got a whole bunch of cheese doodles.
No, that's the...
No. What else? Chocolate?
Chocolate? Oh, baby.
Yeah.
You love your chocolate?
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Well, I was talking about Hanukkah.
Right.
Until you distracted us and had to go off.
Yeah.
There's Hanukkah celebrations on the Internet. Millions of Internet users were able to watch as the first torch was lit at the Wailing Wall.
Oh, wow.
On a 6-foot-high menorah.
How can you see that on the Internet?
They added this Internet service called Virtual Jerusalem. Added the wall cam to its services, which also include delivering email with requests and prayers at the wall.
The Internet is filled with stuff that you wouldn't even want to see on regular television. You know, and nobody wants to see it. And you know what? And then you can, and I know I'm on the Internet, and Jeff Schick loads me up with a bunch of stuff. I can't watch any video, really.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I can't watch live video on the Internet. I don't know how you do that. It's probably just some piece of tape somebody downloaded for 12 hours. Internet sucks.
Also on the Internet is the Jewish Community, a feature of America Online. It offers information on Hanukkah traditions and recipes for potato latkes.
See, now the Jews are taking over the internet.
It's also time to start the celebrations of Christmas and President Clinton.
But your Bob used to beat up the Jews before he was on crack.
Is that true, Bob?
Right, Bob?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Sure you do.
You did, didn't you? You did, right? I bet you in school used to beat up Jewish
Jew
guys.
basher.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Who else you beat up? You beat up gay people?
They do.
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah.
Blacks?
No, not
No,
that.
not the blacks.
I didn't bother the blacks.
Not the back.
With that, though.
You're down with those guys.
Yeah. Because all the time I was.
Oh, doing crack.
Oh, you needed the
God,
blacks.
the blacks were your friends.
Crackhead Bob's like a black guy.
That's funny.
Whole time he was doing crack. All right, here's a guy with another story about my wife. We better get my wife on the phone to defend this. Hey, Joey, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
Howard?
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to say about a year ago, your wife was over at FEO Schwartz. She was looking for a female doll.
Yeah.
They didn't have it in stock, and she refused to take a rain check. And she said to the salesperson, "Do you know who I am? I am Howard Stern's wife. My husband works a block away from here. Do you know who I am?" She kept using your term.
See, I can't imagine my wife doing that.
It's absolutely true. I was a customer. I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. I had to take a double look.
I've never heard her doing that kind of stuff. She
You
seems.
never heard her. Of course, you're not going to do it in front of you when she does it.
Now you know why I don't go out with her anywhere. I don't want to hear her doing it. I wonder if that's true. Hey, Gary, get my wife on the phone.
Oh, Howard, it's absolutely true. I was a witness to this.
Hold on. You still there?
Yeah.
Right. Hey, honey.
Yeah?
What's going on? I'm getting all kind of reports that you go to stores and drop my name and everything.
A year ago, Alison.
What?
You were? Are you going around like to stores and terrorizing salespeople and telling them you're my wife and they better hop too?
Oh, please.
See, I can't imagine. But Robin said she heard the rumors.
Everybody has stories, though. You know, you never know.
Howard, you want me to remind you?
All right, remind my wife. Go ahead.
Mrs. Stern, it was about a year ago. FEO Schwartz. You were with
FAO Schwartz.
FAO Schwartz, right?
Right.
You were looking for a doll. They didn't have it in stock, and you were upset about it. You refused to take a rain check.
Absolutely not me.
That wasn't you at all?
You
Absolutely
said, my
not.
husband works a block away from here, and that's when people started to realize who you were.
I would never, ever act like that.
I was only 6 feet away from you, man.
Well, I don't think it was me.
Oh, no, I made sure it was you. I took a double look. It was definitely you, Alison Stern.
Well, I can't imagine acting like that.
Then some other guy.
I was shocked myself.
Then some other guy says he came into the store on Long Island and blew a fit the other day because what was his story?
You said you weren't getting your way, and then you started to get bitchy, and you said, "I'm Alison Stern. I'm Howard Stern's wife." And then there was another guy who said,
please.
"You call the doctor's office a lot."
What?
And you'll say, "I need to talk to the doctor now," and they say, "Well, the doctor's with a patient," and you say, "This is Mrs. Stern," and they say, "Yes, but the doctor's with a patient," and you'll say, "This is Mrs. Howard Stern."
Please. Absolutely false.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I would never, ever. These are completely made-up things, Hal.
Really?
Absolutely.
Well, last Christmas, were you at FAO Schwartz buying a doll?
No.
Oh.
A year ago, absolutely.
What doll? I don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't know what doll. You just said you were talking to the salesperson about a particular doll.
No, I'm sorry. I don't.
And you were banging your hand on the counter like, my husband works a block away from here.
No, absolutely not.
My husband works a block away.
Not.
Maybe there's someone who looks like you.
Maybe there's an Alison Stern impersonator.
No, I'm sorry.
Maybe an imposter.
I mean, my wife can be really tough on people. Like, she'll open her mouth and, like, yell at people.
No, absolutely. That's not me.
Well, but I don't think she'd say Howard Stern's wife.
No.
Will you be willing to take a lie detector test?
Absolutely.
Good.
Well, I know the story that was told to me was, it seemed pretty real.
What was the one told to you?
That was the one where she...
The doctor's office?
No. She was supposed to go into this agency to get some special services that they weren't supposed to give to people, but they were going to do it for her.
What?
And she was supposed to secretly go up and ask for this woman. She wasn't supposed to make a spectacle.
Right.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
And she walked in and she just started screaming the woman's name and saying, "She's supposed to come and see me now."
Really?
And where was this?
Well, that sounds like my wife. Actually.
That's not Howard.
A little bit, honey.
And the problem was that it wasn't supposed, nobody was supposed to know that it was happening, and the woman almost got in trouble. And
well, I don't know, Robin. That's completely made up.
Oh.
Well, maybe not.
Hey, Howard, I was a witness.
Yeah?
Who's the witness?
It was definitely you,
He
Alison.
witnessed it.
Really?
It was absolutely. I would take a look.
What doll was she? What doll was she buying?
What doll was I buying?
I don't know what doll because they didn't have it in stock. They didn't have the doll in stock, and the salesperson says we could offer you a rain check, and you refuse to take it.
No, that's not me at all. First of all, I don't run in the city and buy dolls.
It was at FAO.
Yeah, I mean, she's busy at Long Island with tennis lessons and nail appointments. She don't have time to be at FAO Schwartz.
I don't have time to do that.
Right.
As a matter of fact, Howard, in fact, Howard, she was over at the studio the same day, because I recall her being at the studio saying that she was going to FAO Schwartz to shop.
Really?
It was that same day, because I happened to be only worked.
I don't know. I don't see my wife doing
that's
that.
not me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Then it's somebody impersonating me. And Robin, your story sounds completely ludicrous.
Well, I guess you and I are lies, Robin.
I guess.
What's the name of the place that my wife was at, Robin?
Well, it was the motor vehicle department.
Oh, it was?
I never had anything special at motor vehicle.
It was a time when Howard had lost his driver's license or something.
Yeah, I could see you walking into motor vehicle and go, where is everyone?
Oh,
hey, Howard, you better put it straight.
Excuse me, that's not me.
Honey, do I have to come home and put you straight?
You know, I really resent that you're even allowing this phone call to me.
Oh, please.
You know who she is?
Yeah, well, aren't you married to Howard Stern?
That's embarrassing, I want you to know. I don't go around talking about it.
All right, I'm sorry. I just wanted to get it straight.
Well, you know what, I really don't appreciate this. I really feel very attacked. And
Yeah, well, honey, oh, please.
We're just having
Join the
fun.
club.
Oh, Robin, I'm glad you're having fun. All right, goodbye,
No,
Howard.
Alison, come on.
No, I feel very hurt by this.
Why? Well, the guy's obviously a lunatic. They're treating that spirit.
No, it's the truth.
It's not the truth.
Of course it is.
You're going to get sensitive about that?
I am sensitive. I don't like...
All right, so you denied it. That's why I got you on the phone, so you could deny it.
I would never lie, Howard.
What? Hello?
Thank you.
Oh, man.
I don't like people making things up about me. I don't even act like that.
Oh, don't get so uptight.
I'm not Ralph lying about being gay.
All right, I better hang up on you, sir.
Hey, Howard, just one thing.
You're making matters worse.
All right, just one thing. F Jackie.
Right.
I love you, Howard.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Hey, what are you doing, Allison?
What are you doing?
Oh, come on.
Very, very attacked.
Really? Why? Because the guy said he saw you in FAO Schwartz screaming about a doll? I just want to find...
But, Howard, that's not me.
So you denied it.
All right, goodbye.
What?
And I don't know when you ever lost a license.
I don't know. It sounds totally made up, too. You know people are going to say stuff about us. Why don't we set them straight?
All right, thank you. But you're certainly not helping me. I could see my wife acting like that. That's not me.
Oh, of course it's not
No,
you.
he said he couldn't see you acting.
No, I didn't hear that, Robin.
No, that's exactly what I said.
Okay, fine.
What happened? Where's the sense of humor?
I don't know. I guess I don't have it anymore.
What's going on with you?
Don't make fun of someone else. Bye.
Oh,
dear.
Oh,
boy.
I don't know. She's trying to be on the rag lately.
Shut up.
I crack up Bob laughing.
He's really having a party.
Oh, man, it's great. Everything's great.
He's laughing because he's not married.
She used to have such a good sense of humor about stuff like that and laugh it off.
I mean, we all get it.
Yeah. Was that such a bad thing?
No. She said it wasn't true.
What do you want, Ralph? Hello?
Is that Ralph? Our Ralph?
Yeah. What do you want? Ralph the Fag. Ralph's coming in next week for a second lie detector test.
Yeah. You know what? I just heard Alison, and, never mind. I don't
Oh, would you have a story?
You have a story?
Oh. Yeah, skip it, okay?
Yeah, never mind.
Thanks. I got to go home
Just
this
called
weekend.
to say hi. I'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
The phone calls in we get a lot of phone calls in the office. They're about 2 to 1.
Yeah.
Not in her favor, but
All right.
but there are a lot of people there's a lot of people say she's very nice.
Well, now everyone's going to jump on her and say that.
No, and there's people that called that say she's very nice.
Of course. Would I marry a bitch? No. I can't believe how personal she took it.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, hey, what are you going to do?
After
That's
they
women are from Venus.
I was a bad tipper all day long. Every time somebody saw me, they go, "Are you going to tip that guy, Robin?"
Yeah, you lost it pretty good when people called you a bad tipper.
Yeah.
And
but still, I stayed here. I didn't hang up.
Actually, the angriest I think I've seen Robin get in a while was when the guy accused her of taking a free room in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Well, that's true because I didn't do that.
Right.
But what can you do when people accuse you? You just smile.
Yeah. Well, we'll hook my wife up to a lie detector.
We're lie detectoring everybody around here.
Yeah, we don't believe anybody. Oh man, I'm gonna have the worst weekend.
I was thinking.
Actually, I'm gonna be in the recording studio all weekend.
So
anyway.
it's all right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna be home all weekend.
Jeez, we didn't mean to upset her that way.
Oh, please! How can you predict?
We
didn't. You thought that would upset her so much?
I thought you'd have taken it. You know.
Yeah, I know. She
just said, "Hey, I don't do that."
Or if there was a problem, probably there was an explanation.
I would have actually said, "Yeah, I did it," and quite frankly, they should have had the goddamn doll. Why? FAO Schwartz is supposed to have. FAO Schwartz always bragging how they're such a great toy store.
It was all callers and hearsay until I think Robin kind of.
No.
I think Robin turned
Gary
the corner on.
I actually just went and double checked my story.
Did you?
Yeah.
All right. So so what?
You know, some days.
Also, your friend could be kooky and take everything so goddamn personally. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Right. Please, I'm gonna have the worst weekend. But I don't even care. I mean, what am I gonna do?
Now I feel bad because I've been sitting on that story for years.
Right. You see? You should have kept sitting on it.
I got more.
That's it.
Oh, no.
You got to learn to keep your mouth shut. That's all right. No, my wife's being way too sensitive. That's absurd.
That's
absurd.
Fun here.
Cheers. What are you going to do? My wife tells me men are from Mars, women are from Venus, and I'm from Pluto.
But the whole idea is to laugh at what happens to, being a celebrity. And this is what happens. People sometimes make up stories about you.
Yeah. Who knows? See, Crack Up Bob, how lucky you are you're not a celebrity?
No.
Right.
Or a married guy.
Right. Hey, your wife was giving it to you good the other night, wasn't she?
Oh, mine?
Yeah. You told me you had a big fight.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it was about now. But it was.
I don't even remember. You told me.
It was
something stupid.
Yeah, no fights are over anything huge.
Hey, you know why I'm a sick man. Anyway, where were we in the news?